Saturday after Ash Wednesday reflection. My dear friends, we are in the fourth day in the Lenten journey, 40-day retreat. Have you heard St. Augustine says, you love and then do whatever you want. Because love heals completely. If you love, you cannot hurt a person. If you love, you cannot use a person. And yesterday, he said, you have lost the bridegroom. You have lost that support, that love in your life. So fast in search of him, but because you need him. So in journey of coming back, release all the bondages of the other people. Because when you are hurt, you will hurt others. And today's gospel, it speaks about the doctor and the patient. My dear friends, because we are sick, we are broken, we break other people. That's exactly why you should realize in this desert experience, 40 days, why you have lost him, and that love without which you are broken and damaged. And that's exactly why you need him as a healer, Rapha. And he is the doctor, my dear friends. And he's the physician who break open the rib or the chest and took the rib and created Eve. And he's the physician. And he's the physician, and we need him in our lives. That's why we have to realize what I lose, what I lack in my life. In the desert you will realize it. And the Lord is saying, and the Lord is having a meal with all the tax collectors. When Jesus went out and saw a tax collector named Levi sitting at the tax booth. My dear friends, they are considered as sinners. Why? Of course they were sinning. One thing, they were getting tax. They were persuading people to pay tax for the Roman Empire, because Israelites are the chosen people, and they are the mediators, kind of. So they were considered as sinners. They cannot enter the temple. They have to wait the area, outer courtyard, where all the pagans do worship. So that's a rule. So a tax collector is a person who robs people's money, cheated them. And when the Roman Empire said it's 10% tax, he interpreted it as 15%, and he would take 5% for himself. Of course, that is sin, that is dirty sin. But that's why he's not accepted at all. There's no other way. All the people will corner him, condemn him, label him, look down upon him. So that's exactly why he is broken. When he's broken, he doesn't have any consolation in the world, any support in the world, any recognition in the world. Then he will use people. So there is no meaning in his life. Of course, he tried to grab pleasure, he tried to get people done his work out of persuasion, force, and you lose the happiness. He's sick, my dear friends. Every sinner in that way is a sick person. You are not balanced, you are not normal. The plight of it, the danger of it, when you don't know that you are sick. The Pharisees, they were sick, but then they are covering up their sickness. They are not going to the doctors. They think it's okay. But that's why the Pharisees and their scribes grumbled at his disciples, saying, why do you eat and drink with tax collectors and sinners? Now who is without sin? Even the people who brought the sinful lady to stone according to the Mosaic law, they were all sinners. Jesus was writing their sin on the sand. And who can say that you are without sin? And who can say that you are without sickness? We all are sick. If someone is saying that he's not sick, he's hiding it, pretending to be normal. That's more dangerous. That's exactly why, my dear friends, the Lord is doing it again. You are free. Free yourself. The first reading beautifully says, if you take away the yoke from your midst, the pointing of the finger and speaking wickedness, if you pour yourself out for the hungry, and satisfy the desire of the afflicted, then shall your light rise in the darkness, and your gloom be as the noonday. And the Lord will guide you continually and satisfy your desire in scorched places, and make your bones strong, and you shall be like watered garden, like a spring of water whose waters do not fail. My dear friends, it's beautiful, isn't it? The Lord is promising you. He's promising you to be a garden where the leaves won't wither, shall be like watered garden, like a spring of water whose waters do not fail. So for that you need healing. Exactly, you need that touch, accepting that you're broken. Yesterday, that's exactly why the Lord asked us to fast properly, freeing the people whom you have damaged. Now the Lord is turning you into a blessing. Rather blessing people, you're going to be a blessing. That's exactly what should happen in your life. In this Lenten journey, you have to realize, you have to accept that I need a doctor, that I am sick. And I need him, because a patient cannot treat him by himself. No. That doctor should touch him. And the way Jesus touched Levi, it's beautiful. He said, come follow me. Come follow me. It's out of acceptance. Love. That's the first day where he experienced the true love in his life. Without condemning, labeling, cornering, no. Looking down upon that person. Jesus, without judgment, out of mercy, is calling him. He's saying that I want you. I mean, imagine a guru calling a sinner to be his disciple. I mean, it's a bold decision. That's why all the people put the allegation on Jesus, that it's against the normal tradition. They were considered as sinners when you eat with sinners, because in meal you share your life with him. So you share sin. That's exactly the speciality of our doctor. He never just gave medicine, instruct them. No, he became the medicine. He became the food in that meal. So he became that life for that lifeless person. My dear friends, the moment you experience that love, you will begin to joyfully love the other person. And that's why you and your ancient ruins shall be rebuilt. You shall rise up the foundations of many generations. You shall be called the repair of the breach, and restore all streets to dwell in. If you turn back your foot from the Sabbath, from doing your pleasure on my holy day, you call the Sabbath a delight, and the holy day of the Lord honorable. If you honor it, not going your own ways, or seek your own pleasure, or talking idly, then you shall take delight in the Lord. My dear friends, it's two ways, isn't it? When you allow him to love you, and Jesus want Levi or Matthew to come follow me, he left everything and followed him. And see, the way he became like a watered garden, like a spring of water, whose waters do not fail. He's one of the gospel writers, isn't he? Matthew, that table where their suppressed people wrote all the taxes, all the bills. It turned into a table of evangelization, writing the good news. How that very darkness became the light in his life, my dear friends. Shall your light rise in darkness, and your gloom be as the noontide, where the sun is perpendicular just above you. In the noontide, there is no shadow at all. You become that experience of the Lord. Think about it. Have a nice day. May God bless you.